Okay, so I'm gonna mute you pretty ladies. Oh, it's taking off your video now. I can't see you guys. Mute. Okay, so welcome to tonight's team call. Today's Tuesday, August 9th. My gosh, this year is flying by like so fast. Summer, I don't think it's coming to an end, but most of us work for a school, we're like going back to work. But I actually work at a year-long school now, so I'll be in school all year long. But that's exciting. So today I don't have any fancy slides. I have a very powerful video that honestly every time I've watched it 3 times, and it's from a fellow coach, but she speaks life into me every single time I watch any of her videos. And I just like being able to share with you guys other people, other coaches, other success stories, because they all talk differently. They have different experiences. This girl's actually been a coach longer than I have. I think she's going on like 6 years. So I just like her perspective, and I feel like as a team, we still lack kind of vision, and that part of it is my fault because I don't really talk about vision enough. And, a man without a vision will perish. So like, if you guys don't have a vision for your business and for your life, you're just gonna disappear. Like, you need to have something that you're working towards. Like, you need to have that 5-year vision, 10-year vision. Like, what are you really working towards? Like, right now, why are you working so hard? So this video like made me cry because it made me realize that it's so important to have a vision and to have that conviction when building a business, because not everyone's going to be on board. There's going to be people that reject you. There's going to be people that say no to you, all that stuff. So no fancy slides. Hopefully you guys listened to the National Wake Up Call yesterday from Autumn. Really good call. She wasn't super motivating like how she normally is, but she talked about the basics about Country Heat. And I don't know if you guys have seen this in the back office, but Country Heat actually surpassed like the 21-day fixed sales, like the first 30 days. It hasn't even been 30 days, and that blew my mind because when I saw Country Heat come out, obviously I did what everyone else did. I started, oh, I don't like country music, and Country Heat, what? Like, I'm dancing to what? And I dropped the ball on that, and a lot of coaches did, and a lot of coaches didn't, because I'm sure you guys have felt like, sorry, I don't want to cuss, but like, man, they're coming out with another program. I have to promote this. They're coming out with another program. Like, that's kind of how I feel sometimes. Like, I love that Beachbody's so innovative and they come out with so many programs like all the time. But I'm like, dang, like, give me a break. Like, let me like coach people on this and let me get myself coached and then like come out with a new program. And then they came out with Country Heat. I'm like, all right, I'm just not going to talk about it, because if I'm not doing it, like, it's easier when you're doing it yourself and you can post about it and talk about the workouts and whatever. So I was talking to a coach in Nashville, and she's like, if you're not talking about Country Heat, she's like, you're dropping the ball, because a lot of the test group participants that did 90 days of Country Heat, a lot of them have lost 60 pounds. That is way more weight than the original 21-day fix participants. Like, I'm getting chills right now, because it's like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I should have been talking about Country Heat. And like, it's not too late. Like, if you want to switch things up and you just want to dance and you don't have to worry about lifting weights or whatever, it's something that you should consider. But I was like they're not going to lie about these stats. Like, the fact that the sales for Country Heat have surpassed the 21-day fix original release date, which was 3 years ago. We technically broke the internet when 21-day fix was released. That thing was on back order for like 6 months. They like broke the internet. Like, people were going crazy for that program. And for Country Heat, like, it doubled. Like, it's way beyond 21-day fix. And the results, Autumn herself said it, that people are getting better results and quicker results with Country Heat than with the original 21-day fix, like, test group participants. And that blew my mind. Like, I think 3 or 4 of her girls that were in her test group, like Lori Stewart, you guys can look her up. Her picture's like the most popular one that's going around. She's lost like, I think 40 pounds? I don't know, but a lot of them have lost like close to 60 pounds. And the Country Heat is just 30 days. So they're just doing 3 months of it, 30, 60, 90 days. And I'm like, that is freaking crazy. Like, they're just dancing around to country music. Of course, they're like, buckling down with their nutrition. But anyways, Autumn yesterday talked about the basics of the program, and I really got a feel for it. And so like now I know who I can target if we're talking, you know, their goals. Maybe I could talk about Country Heat. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. I'm still considering it, but it's there. It's out, and it's amazing, and people are loving it. So and if you guys didn't know, if you guys post a video of you doing it every day this month, and I think if you hashtag Country Heat Challenge, you have a chance of winning $1,000, which is pretty cool. They always do little giveaways like that to promote the product or new programs that they come out with. So if you want a chance to win $1,000, go play Country Heat and record yourself. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was Super Saturday. Super Saturday was super fun. I had to leave early because I took my son and he was a pain in the butt. And it's okay, he's a toddler. So, but Super Saturday was awesome. There was, I think, like probably another 200 people again in Huntington Beach. And, you know, for us, like since we went to Summit, a lot of information that they talked about there, we had already heard about at Summit. One thing that I didn't hear, I need to ask Lindsay this, is that I heard from another top coach that in August, Beachbody was going to be releasing a new system, meaning that every time you have a challenge pack customer, Beachbody, within 7 days of their next Shakeology shipping going out, they were going to actually be in charge of, like they're coming out with a new system where 7 days before your customer's next shipment goes out, Beachbody sends the customer an email and gives them 3 to 4 days to make any changes if they need to change the flavor that they want, or if they want to pause it or cancel it, which I think is amazing because it's really hard to keep up with like our clients like orders. Like for me, I found the system the minute someone orders, I go on here and I just go 3 weeks from now, and that's kind of what I was doing, and my phone was always alerting me so-and-so's order is going to go out in 7 days. Text them, let them know, you know, because I've had a lot of angry people in the past say, hey, why am I getting charged? I'm like, well, you know, we talked about it 5 weeks ago when you said that you wanted, you know, you were okay with like the Shakeology HD. So I love that. They did not talk about that at Summit, so I haven't seen anything in the back office. I don't know if you guys have about that new email system, but hopefully it is in the works and they do release that, because that would be awesome. That's one less thing we would have to worry about. Beachbody would just be in charge of sending all of our customers that order HD that 7-day email saying, hey, you know, we're alerting you, whatever. That's kind of all that I can think about. Obviously, we're in Team Cup right now. Whatever activity you guys are used to doing, we should be doubling and tripling that. Honestly, last week when I was listening to Carl's call, because Carl Deichler spoke on the National Makeup Call last week, I started envisioning myself, like us, like one of our teams, because we had to sign up too, like having dinner with him, because he says that the top team that wins, he's going to take them out to sushi dinner in Santa Monica, because that's where he lives. And I started like envisioning myself. I'm like, what would I ask this guy? Like if he took me out to dinner because our team won the Team Cup, like what would I ask this guy? And so I think it'd be really cool, but I don't know. I don't know if everyone's there and if everyone wants that. It's really, really hard, and you have to work really hard to be like obviously the top team. But I would like for all of us to walk away with at least a prize. I don't want any of us to walk away with nothing this Team Cup. So let me go ahead and open up the tier prizes. Maybe I should go to my email. I don't know if it'd be faster in my email. Maybe. Let's see. But I think like tier 1 is like workout clothes. It's like a cute, I think, Country Heat t-shirt. So if we could just all of it, like both teams, like our team and Sarah's team, if we could all just win that, I'd be super happy for us, because that means we made it at least like the first cut. Let's see, Team Cup. Oh wait. Where can I see? I don't know. We'll talk about it on the team page. I don't want to keep wasting time from the video. So I'm just going to go ahead and share the video now. So this is Summer Tucker, and the title of the video is called "What's the Missing Piece?" And I think it can be, if you really ask yourself, like, what's the missing piece? Like maybe you've been working really hard, maybe you've been a coach for a while, and you don't feel like you're seeing the growth that you'd like to see in yourself as a leader, in yourself as a coach, or in your business. And that missing piece might just be the vision. You're probably lacking vision, and it's okay if you do, because for the longest time, I felt like I lacked vision. And right now I feel like I'm still very much working on like what our vision is for our team and my personal vision. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. It's awesome. Jazz, I know you saw this video already, but like Danny Johnson says, repetition is the mother of skill. So let's go ahead and listen to it.
What's up, you guys? Okay, so this wasn't planned at all. I was in the shower, okay, and like I'm always doing, always listening to Danny Johnson, no matter what I'm doing, when I'm showering, when I get ready, anytime that I have by myself, and so, quite a few conversations today. I dove back into mentoring calls, a couple hours here and there, divided up among people, and and then combined with this group and hearing where people are struggling, I've been really, writing down my thoughts and about what is the missing piece. Does that make sense? Like, why do some move forward and some stall or get frustrated or whatnot, And that's something that I really wanted to talk to you guys about. And this is vital. I really think, I really want you guys to take this, excuse me, if you're serious about this business. And I hope that if you're in here, that if you're plugging in here, and you are passionate about growing as a leader, because this is something I'm going to talk about at Summit. So I'll give you a little sneak peek into my speech with Brittany Leggett, but it's how, part of it is talking about how to go from good to great. Okay, and good will get you so far. You know what I mean? If you haven't even hit the consistency piece of this business, you haven't even hit the good piece of this business. Does that make sense? Like, you can't be good if you're not consistent, and if you haven't read that book, Good to Great, it's something that I read with Jeff Hill and the Hill Climbers and with Julie Boris and some of them. Like, it is a book, and it shows different graphs and stuff, so it's not entertaining like the Energy Bus or the Go Giver or anything like that, but really learning how to get good, what is vital, what do companies that are good at something have in common. Okay, if you want to be good at this business, and you have the main piece that people have when they're good, and when you're good at something, it's developing good fruit. Okay, you had consistency. That's what every single business, whether small business, big business, Fortune 500 business, anybody, good baseball players, good basketball players, you know what I mean? It's the consistency piece. So if you haven't mastered that yet, you can't go to the great. Okay? So there's three pieces to this that I want you to talk to you about today. I really want you to evaluate yourself on these pieces when it comes to building this business beyond. Okay, and really taking your business and leadership to the next level. Okay, so first you have to ask yourself, have you mastered the good? Have you mastered being good at this business? And that means being consistent, no matter flipping what. Honestly, I don't care what's going on if you in your life. You know what I mean? Like, we all have our ups and downs. I care. I love you, I care. But it's not an excuse type thing what's going on. When you want to be good, when you want to create something, there is no room for excuses. Now, I'm not saying that you become all unbalanced and you work 24/7. You're not hearing me if that's what you're thinking. Look, I'm on vacation and I worked about 3.5 hours today, right? But the rest of the time, what did I do? I laid out right here and I played tennis. Can you see it? Out there, and I drove that golf cart, and I sat right here and talked vision with Chad, and I just served my kids ice cream after dinner for fun because we're on vacation. Do you get what I'm saying? But consistency. I haven't taken vacation, right? And I drank my shake today, and I didn't eat like crap just because I'm on vacation. I'm very consistent. That's something that I have down. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to ask yourselves that. Have you mastered that piece? You can't go beyond unless you're there. You can't live a life of significance unless you're consistent. You can't. There is no way to become a good mom. Listen, hear me out. If you're not consistent in your rules, there is just no way. Okay? There's no way to be a good wife if you're not consistent in what you have determined a good wife is. Does that make sense? There's no way to feel good in your skin if you're not consistent with the things that are vital to get there. Do you guys get what I'm saying? And that's just consistency. That is completely all wrapped up in the law of decision. And that is a decision completely 100% under your control. Okay, so I'm going to ask you tonight, as a leader, are you consistent? Because your downline will duplicate you. Your downline, and I don't mean consistent just today or consistent for a month or consistent for 2 months. Give me consistency for a year and then tell me that your business isn't growing. It's just not possible, because consistency, faith with the little things, being consistent delivers the fruit of good. That's how it works. Okay? Be consistent with your workouts for a year, and you possibly, in your nutrition, your Shakeology, and you can't look me in the eye and tell me that you don't feel better in your skin. The only way you can tell me that is if you're not consistent. See what I'm saying? Understand? Okay, so the next piece, okay, if you're like, I'm really struggling with that consistency piece, why? Okay, because if you're inconsistent, I can 100% guarantee you will never have fruit of consistency from your downline. You duplicate yourself. Okay, this is something that if you haven't been to Danny, that's fine. I understand there's obstacles with that, but it was driven into me over and over and over again over 4 years. So if you can't make it there to her, you better drive it into yourself. You better write consistency all over. Maybe tattoo it on your ribs. I had to tattoo everything with heart on my ribs, right, to keep me focused. Maybe you need to tattoo consistency right here. I don't know. But consistency has to be in your face. And I mean every single day. I don't care if you go on vacation. I don't care if you had a baby. I've been there, I've done that. I don't care if you're moving. I really don't care. And you want to know why? This is the deal. Here's the thing. Because you have a flipping vision. And your vision is worth you getting over your excuses, getting over your, well, I deserve that, or, well, I'm just taking a break, or I'm just stepping back for a second, right? That's all excuses, okay? And you have a vision, right? This is step number 2, okay? So consistency. You can't become good without consistency, period, end of story. It is when I sit down and mentor people, the first question I ask them is, how long have you been consistent? How long have you been in this business? 2 years. How long within those 2 years have you been consistent? And usually people pause. Well, what do you mean by that? Like consistent, like day in and day out, every single day, doing your invites, your this, your that, checking in, everything, consistent. And most people pause and can't tell me they've been consistent more than like 60 days. Multiply that by 6. And then we'll talk. Does that make sense? Okay? Now, why do some people lack consistency? I don't believe it's because people are lazy. I don't believe it's because people don't want to be successful. I don't believe that. I believe it is for number 2 reason that we need to talk about, lack of vision. A man without a vision will perish, period, end of story. If you don't have a vision, then when you go on vacation like this, if you don't have a vision for how you want to feel in your skin, if you haven't written it down, if you haven't got real with yourself, then you will crumble on vacation, period, end of story. I've lived the girl without a vision when it comes to this. How I want to feel, the kind of mom that I want to be, the kind of wife that I want to be, the amount of days I want to have sex, how I want to feel when I'm having sex. I'm just being real. I don't want to dread it. I don't want the lights off. I want to be swinging from the flipping chandeliers. That's my vision for my marriage, right? And that's in the forefront of my brain. And so going on vacation and blowing it is not an option, because then I don't get to enjoy the vacation, the part that I really want to enjoy, which is my husband. You guys get what I'm saying? You guys understand? That's my vision. I'm very clear on that vision. Chad and I are very clear on where we want to be 10 years from now. We sat down, we talked about it today. It is constant conversation. We know exactly where we want to go. Now, here's the thing. 6 years ago, I signed up 7 years ago without a vision. And so I don't count 7 years that I've been running this business, because this first year, I did nothing with it. I didn't treat it with respect. I wasn't consistent. I had all these excuses. I wasn't plugging in. I wasn't learning from people. I wasn't listening to the National Wake Up Call. I wasn't going to Danny Johnson. I wasn't doing anything. It doesn't count. 6 years. 6 years. You get to count your time as coaching your business from the time you actually start taking it seriously. Okay? So some of us can get really far without taking it seriously, and then we hit this roadblock. We hit this ceiling like this, and we drive ourselves crazy. Why? It's because we haven't mastered consistency for lack of vision. for lack of vision, okay? You have to have a vision now. If you're like, okay, I have a vision, I can guarantee you don't tell your team enough about your vision. You have to sell, and this is what hit me in the shower today, and that's why I had to do it right now while it's hot on my heart. I told Chad, I said, Chad, let the kids stay up a little later. I got something hot on my heart right now. You know what I mean? So I came outside because I was listening. I was like, I got it. I know what it is. It is a lack of sharing your vision. So you might have a vision. See, this all came together after listening to Danny and seeing what Wendy posted and stuff. And she's finally putting a goal date to it. And she's putting it out there. She's talking about it. She's sharing it, something similar that Sherry did with shutting her doors. You know what I mean? You have to have a vision. You have to talk about it. And your feet follow your mouth. Okay? The power, life and death is in the power of this right here. If it never comes out, there's no ownership. You can't say if, you have to say when. People used to look at me crazy when I said I was going to create a business that allowed Chad to step away and to design his life however he wanted to design it, whatever he wanted to do, to give him the option to control and be more present. People looked at me crazy, but I talked about it over constantly. I know Kristen Evans can probably remember me. Sherry Beasley can remember me telling her about it. I bet Erin can remember me telling about it her on the phone where I wanted to go, what I was planning to do. When someone tells you with that much conviction, you guys have to understand, people want to ride your train. See, the problem is you don't have anybody on your train because you won't tell them where you're going. Would you get on someone's train that never told you where they wanted to go? Like, what, are we just going for a joyride? Are you just dicking around with my time? What are we doing? Where are we going, Summer? Do you get what I'm saying? Some people are asking you, where the hell are you going? You want me on your train, and you won't tell me where you're going. You guys get what I'm saying? Where are you going? Where do you want to go? You are given one life. One life. What do you want it to look like? I painted that picture over and over and over again for my team. Over and over, you guys. You guys knew I wanted those white picket fences and a long, I haven't made it there yet because I haven't found it, but you guys know what's in my head? That long driveway with the pastors and chickens and flipping golf carts. Do you know what I mean? And go-karts and four-wheelers. I have talked about that over. Outdoor fireplaces, high state games on, chili on the stove, hard apple cider, all that kind of stuff I have told you guys about. You've heard me. You know where I wanted to go. You know I want to be debt-free. You know how I want to groom my kids. I talk about it constantly. My question for you is, do you talk about it constantly in a way that people want on your train, including your spouse? Are you carrying yourself like that kind of boss? Or you have 1 foot in and 1 foot out? Because no one wants on that train. Do you want on that train? Do you want on a train where someone is half in and half out? Like they might bail on you once your train gets going and you're like, holy shit, how do I drive this train? Because they're not so sure you're still going to drive it. You know what I'm saying? So some of you need to get it down on paper. This is what we're missing. You guys aren't convicted enough. This is why you guys aren't taking off. Once you take ownership and you start saying if and you start saying when and you start speaking it out there, what you want, you allow what's been placed on your heart to be spoken and you start saying it with conviction, people will start jumping on your train. People laugh at you. I got laughed at. So my closest friends from high school still laugh at me and I don't give a flying you know what. Because this is my life. I get to design it. This is where I'm going. So some of you need to talk about where you're going. That's it. I'm out of breath. That's the problem. This has been jacking me up for weeks, you guys, with this group. What's missing? Where are we missing? Chad has heard me talk about it over and over and over again. There's so much freaking talent in this group. So much potential. So much heart. What the hell is the missing piece? And it came to me in the shower while I was listening to Danny. It's vision. It's not just vision. It's actually flipping believing it. Not one toe out, not looking for plan B. I didn't have a plan B. We were not staying in the military. Period. Freaking end of story. I wasn't, and everybody knew it. I'm out. I don't not like the military. I don't I would never change anything. If I had to do it all over again, it taught me to be how thankful and stronger. It made me a better wife. It taught me how to persevere. It taught me how to be miserable. It taught me how to be a better everything. I wouldn't change it for anything. But I was done, and everybody knew it. Have you talked about your vision like that? No matter what the vision is. It can be completely different than mine. But have you done that? Does your spouse know? Do you talk about it with that much conviction? Like, this is where I'm going. And then you get up at 5 a.m. so that they see you making it happen. Does your team see you doing it like that? Do they see you bettering yourself to be a better leader and going out because you're after this vision like you are just on a mission? Wow. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how much hope that gives people when they see you, blazing the trail to better your life, and it gives them hope? Man, that's when people jump on your train. So first you have to be consistent. If you're going to become good at anything, it's just consistency. It's not talent. It's not talent. I know people in this business that their talent is way above other people, yet they make way less. And it all comes down to consistency. That's it. Want to be good? Get consistent. You want to become great? You better have a vision. A vision that was placed on your heart, that you're convicted in, that you speak into existence every single day, all the time. And you share that with your team. So that's what I want to know in here. Are you guys brave enough? Do you have enough conviction about where you're going to tell me? Do you have the courage? Do you believe enough in where you're going to tell me about it? I want you to tell me about it. I want you to get freaking excited about the whole damn thing. Because if we can't get excited about our vision, how the hell are we going to pass that on to our team? Our team, how are we going to pass that on and get people excited about anything? If all we're talking about is teamsy and checklists and crap like that, you have to develop a vision in them. It starts with you having the courage. It softens their heart to be able to start to dream again. It starts with you as a leader. And that brings me to number 3. That's scary. To be great at something, you have to humble yourself. And only people that lack ego will humble themselves enough to put themselves out there in a way that makes them vulnerable with their vision. You have to humble yourself. Put it out there. Get ready for the criticism, because nobody makes it to great without doing that. And if you ask me, when I look at the names in this group, this isn't just a good group. It's a freaking great group. And I'm done, knocking my head against the wall because you guys are freaking great. It's time for you to believe it. It's time for you to speak it into existence. No one can do it for you. Your downline can't do it for you. If your downline isn't active, it comes down to your lack of vision and you not speaking into existence, so nobody wants to get on your train. Where are you going? Where are you going? Think about this could be a bad example. Think about our candidates. I'm not saying you're not going to know my opinion on this, but look at them. They sell their vision, right? They sell their vision so that we will get on their train. Imagine if they never sold their vision. We know where Bernie Sanders stands, right? He has sold that vision. Is he still in the race? I don't even know. Do you see what I'm saying? But they have to sell it with conviction, and then people get on their train. Can you imagine? Look at the guys that lost the race. I can't remember their names, but there was this one in particular that I keep hearing, was it Kasich or something? Could have been really good, but he was super timid. He was and he didn't really speak with passion. He really didn't know this is how he talked. He really didn't know where he was going to take. It was really, really just calm. He really didn't really know what he stood for. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't convicted. He didn't sell it. Do you know what I mean? And where did it get him? Boom, gone. No one wanted on his train, even though he could have been so good, apparently. I don't know. Apparently. Right? So some of you guys are so good, but you're timid. You're standing back. You're like, I don't want to put it out there. What if I fail? Well, Bernie Sanders, was it Bernie Sanders? What is his name? Kasich, he failed, right? He's out, right? Because he stood back. You have to be convicted. Those are the people that get people on their train. What is your vision? Get them on your damn train. You understand what I'm saying? Without it, no one's going to get on. No one's going to get on. Some of you guys need to stand up and you need to sell your vision every single day. You need to sell it to your spouse with conviction. I don't care what he says. Chad laughed at me the first time. Everybody laughed at me the first time. Who cares? You're going to get laughed at. You know what I mean? Like, where do you want? You have to have enough self-confidence to be like, I don't care. That's where I'm going. Laugh at me if you want to. That's how you become great. You humble yourself to allow yourself to be vulnerable so that you can help people change. So you can change your life and help change theirs, but only through vulnerability can you do that. So number one, you have to be consistent. You can't skip good to great. You can't skip the good part. You can't take consistency out and expect yourself to be great. And great pulls in an income. You know what I mean? You can't do it. It doesn't exist. You can't skip. Okay, so you have to address this first. Are you consistent in this business? Okay, 2, do your vision. Do you have it? What is it? Where are you going and why? Why? Why is it important to you? And 3, have you humbled yourself enough to allow yourself to become vulnerable and share it consistently over and over and over again? Because here we go, back to the consistency thing. And I'm not talking about a couple days. I'm not talking about 30 days. I'm not talking about 60 days. I'm not even talking about 1 year. If you want to be great, you better be selling that for 6 years. Still selling it. Still selling it. And guess what? You are going to have obstacles along the way. And sometimes you think they're from the devil, but God put them there. You want to know why? Because no one becomes a good leader by easy. You have to learn to persevere. You have to overcome your 7 obstacles that are promised to all of us. But you guys didn't know that. But you know what? 98% step back and go, I guess it wasn't meant to be, just wasn't meant to be. Some people just, there's more cut out for that, I think it's the blonde hair or something like that, or, you probably have to be gorgeous to do that. I kind of threw that one all out of the window, okay? Right? But we say that. 98% it wasn't meant to be. Maybe I should just try something else. Guess what? You're going to take your lack of consistency, your lack of vision, and your lack of humbleness into your next adventure, and it's going to fail too. And you're going to say, I guess it wasn't meant to be. Do you know what I mean? The same skills. This is the same skills that are required right here are required in every other venture you'll ever take. Ever. With what I've learned in coaching, I guarantee you I could build any business. I don't care what it is. I could sell sunglasses. I'm convinced. With a vision, with consistency, a vision, and humbling yourself, I could build any business that I wanted to. And we have in real estate. Seriously, anything, everything. But we think that it should be easy. Somewhere along the line, someone told us that this should be easy. No. What's easy, you guys, is the discount. The discount's easy. You sign up, you collect it, it's good, right? A couple